Let's go back to the phones, which are no longer phones. We are in the 21st century and we take our calls via Discord. You can find the Discord at davidpakman.com/Discord. Just a reminder, if you want to get on in the waiting lobby, it should have your name and where you were calling from. Very, very important. Let's go overseas and go to Diego from the United Kingdom. You are on the air. Diego?
Sorry, I thought I wouldn't have any problems with my mic, but I did. Hello, David. I just wanted to ask you about in the theme of misinformation and conspiracies.
Yes.
A lot of people have talked about, for example, nationalizing, socializing Google as a way of protecting the public sphere. I know, for example, Andrew Yang talked about creating data dividend. What do you think about these kind of measures as a way of kind of combating misinformation?
Yeah.
Or do you have any different proposals that would be interesting?
You are not going to solve this issue by nationalizing a publicly traded company like Google. I mean, listen, if Google were on the verge of failing and the government bailed them out, they might have some leverage to ask for something. But this is where I feel like, guys, what are we talking about? Nationalizing Google. If we want to deal with disinformation, if we want to deal with, the online bullying and calls to violence and all that, we've got to have companies that have clear terms of service and they enforce them fairly and equally. We need proper, if you want to look at antitrust, okay, look at actually dealing with antitrust and enforce it fairly. You've got all these Republicans who haven't given two you-know-whats about antitrust and monopolies for 40 years, and now they only want to apply existing antitrust law to social media companies. Hey, listen, if you want to do that, I'm open to doing that, but you've got to enforce it seriously across industry, in other places. And we've got to deal with education so that people are less susceptible to the disinformation and the nonsense to begin with. But this is where you're just not going to nationalize Google. It's just not going to happen. And so I worry that people get sucked down like, oh, that sounds appealing. It's just not happening. There's no legal basis for it. Yeah. There's no political will for it. It just, we've got so many other things we can do.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that, actually. Yeah. Could I ask you about your thoughts on wealth tax? I know I'm being a little bit cheeky asking you two questions.
No, I mean, listen, I think I think wealth tax is an interesting idea. The point of what's the problem with income taxes and capital gains taxes? The problem is that there's ways to avoid them and have significant growth of wealth without any of that growth being captured by the government. So the idea is you put in a wealth tax. I am really skeptical about how you enforce it. You could have situations where people, in order to make their wealth tax payments, actually have to sell assets and realize gains. Now, some might say that's the point, get them to realize the gains. I see it very logistically problematic, but I think the impetus for capturing wealth growth that really rich people keep outside of income, it's a smart idea. It's a sensible idea. I just don't know how you actually get it done.
Okay, that's very interesting. And finally, I just wanted to say that a long time ago, you talked to someone from Argentina about empanadas.
Yes.
And I just wanted to put the Chilean perspective and say that Chilean empanadas de pino are very good. I haven't tried the Argentinian, so I can't say they're better.
Right.
But they are very good.
Are Chilean empanadas typically baked or fried?
It depends. So the baked ones are the meat ones, and the fried ones would be cheese or seafood ones.
I just can't get behind a fried empanada. I have to tell you, that's one of the things that is typical of the Argentinian empanada. I want it oven baked. I don't want it deep fried. I want to taste the filling, not the oil it was fried in. You understand?
I can be in support of that. Yeah, the empanadas de pino are baked, so I'm sure you'd enjoy one if you tried one.
It sounds fantastic. I appreciate the call.
Thank you.
All right, there we go. There's Diego from the UK. Super strong phone call.